Hey, I'm Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today, I'm talking about Horrible Bosses 2. Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and the other guy, Jason Sudeikis. They return to plan another punishment for evil bosses. Last time, they planned to kill each other's bosses. 4 years later, they're their own businessmen, and they're on the verge of a new invention until another company rips them off. Instead of killing these guys, they try to think outside the box. They plan to kidnap the company's boss's son. Things don't go so well when the boss's son wants in on the deal. I liked this movie. I liked it. It does have some flaws. It suffers from a lot of the same things that the first movie did. Mainly, it's not nearly as funny as you would want it to be. The guys, the whole cast has really great chemistry. It's really something, because the whole movie, you feel like you should be laughing. You know, you feel like you should be loving this, and it's just not really all that funny. Like, I love Charlie Day's comedy. I like Jason Bateman. The other guy's okay. Jason Sudeikis is okay. Jennifer Aniston, Kevin Spacey, and Jamie Foxx all return with some really great cameos, even if they're only on screen for a couple of minutes like Kevin Spacey is. The cast is really awesome, and I like the movie. It's just, I only laughed maybe a couple times. It feels like, it just feels like a shame. Like most of the funniest stuff was left on the cutting room floor or something. It's great to see that some of these actors still are trying to do serious roles but still have a sense of humor. This movie was far from boring. It had some really fun moments and a lot of like subtle jokes and references to the first movie that maybe you would just barely miss. With an all-star cast and a really fun plot, this movie still really delivers. And it's really goofy, but it isn't funny. It fits along with the first movie very well. Sometimes sequels try to mix it up, and in so kind of get rid of the thing that made the first one work. This isn't the case. It fits very well, while also not doing the same thing over again. They tried to really change it up, but still keep what made the movie work. It reminded me a lot of the Hangover sequels, especially Hangover 3, which goes way bigger than anybody really wanted it to. While it's still a good, it's still a fun movie. Hangover 3 and Horrible Bosses 2, they're both, it's a fun movie, but it's not really what you were sold. You were sold a comedy, and instead you get kind of a silly action adventure. Still good, just not really what you were sold. Sequels always try to go bigger, and in so kind of lose what made the first one so special. Seeing Jamie Foxx be a getaway driver, seeing Kevin Spacey in prison being their business consultant, seeing Jennifer Aniston run a sex addiction support group and still trying to, pressure Charlie Day into sex. The jokes are all still here, and I laughed. It wasn't like a gut buster like I wanted it to be. I love the cast. Chris Pine is new in this movie. He's added in this one, and he plays the biggest douchebag villain you've seen in a long time. I think maybe ever. He is just the biggest douche. And he plays douche very well. He's Christoph Waltz's son. Christoph Waltz, being a villain and loving every minute of it, still is great. With comedy sequels, you could have got a lot dumber. This is kind of a Ghostbusters 2 situation, where it's not better than the first one, but if you really like the cast, there still is something here for you. Even though I wasn't rolling on the floor laughing, I was still smiling through the entire movie. I still had a lot of fun. Even though it wasn't funny, it was fun. Like every other comedy sequel, it just wasn't needed. If you get a chance at some point, check it out. I give it 1 thumb up. Thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Wright. If you like this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you.
Can you scoot over just a smidge?
No, I sit in the middle.
That's a seat, dude. It's a whole thing, Rex.
I know, you're crowding me.
I'm crowding this guy now. I sit in the middle.
Hey, wow, this is way better. This is bullshit, by the way.